You know, for a very long time in Hollywood, Will Smith was on top of the world. He was in all the big movies. You know, he came a long way from West Philadelphia, man. Born and raised on the playground is where I spent most of my days. Living right up the street from me. I'm right here in Overbrook section. He's right over there, right over the Overbrook Bridge. That's where he lives, right? That's where his family is from. He came a long way. He has some hit albums. He was the first platinum artist where he had was the Parents Just Don't Understand. It went global. He was one of the ones that helped take rap music and hip hop music global, right? He had Parents Just Don't Understand and Nightmare on My Street, right? He had those songs, man, back in the day where a lot of people thought it was candy, you know, candy hip hop or teeny bopper, but W America really loved those songs, and those songs propelled hip hop to a greater audience. He helped do that, right? He had the best DJ of all time, right? And Jazzy Jeff. But at some point when he got to Hollywood, things changed, and we don't know what happened to our brother Will, man. Whatever went on out there, he has all kinds of allegations coming at him. Even childhood friends that he brought out of Philly is coming against him doing this.
Stole 2 hard drives from Jada's house. So now we get into why she's even more mad. Jada would watch at the houses. She had her laptop. She would stick her hard drive in, right? Boom, and hook it up to the TV. And she could play whatever video she watching. So I'm seeing videos of her and Will and a bunch of other, some celebrities, everything. Because remember, the last interview I told you, if you don't sue me, I'm gonna let people know who you've been hitting with them dildos. And I said, if you don't sue, I'm going to sue. So I told you, being Muslim, whatever I say I'm going to do, that's what I'm going to do, period. And I got to have evidence. So she's sitting down here watching, playing with herself, high as a kite, right? Not caring who's in the house, whether kids watching, nothing. She's in her own world. So that's how I was able to see the tapes. I saw them, and I saw some things that were unreal, and I saw celebrities on the tape.
Ooh.
I'm under penalty of perjury. If anything in here is a lie, my ass going to jail, period. There's no if, there's no ends, there's no buts. You know what you and Diddy was doing together in y'all younger years. All that's coming out.
Who else did you see allegedly on the tapes?
Tyrese with Will and Jada. Then the one with Charlie Mack and Will. Jada's not on it, but you can hear her say, make him spit up, period. So when these tapes come out, people will know I'm telling the absolute truth.
Allegedly.
Now, Bilal put this information out, right? And he has a lawsuit now as of December 1st where he's suing Will and Jada for over $3 million. And he's been putting these allegations out for some time now, and they haven't put no lawsuit on him. He said before, if I'm lying, sue me. He went on to Tasha K more than one time and put this stuff out. They could have sued him for defamation, but they didn't. They remained quiet. We don't know why they remain quiet, but he said, if I'm lying, sue me. Sue me. They haven't done anything yet, right? So now there's more allegations of somebody else is coming out now accusing Will.
At a Las Vegas tour stop, the violinist says his hotel room was unlawfully accessed. When he returned, he claims there were wipes, HIV medication with someone else's name on it, and a note saying, "I'll be back no later than 5:30. Just us." He says tour management were the only people with access to his room. He reported it to hotel security, Smith's representatives, and police. And what happened next? He says he was shamed, accused of making it up, and then fired.
So this young violinist, Brian King Joseph, is accusing Will Smith of trying to groom him or do the unthinkable. When he went into his room, he saw basically some of Diddy's baby oil, some prep, medicine, just all kinds of some baby wipes, just all it's all kinds of weirdo, nasty, disgusting stuff, right? So he went and talked to somebody and told somebody, but this was supposed to be the time when Will was on tour, right? In November at some time. So this guy's now coming out and saying that Will was trying to boat race them cheeks. So Will and Jada's been getting accusations all over the place, man. And I don't know if this stuff is true. Everything is alleged. Nothing concrete has come out to prove that Will Smith is a butthole surfer. I don't know. I don't know if he's a pitcher and a catcher right now, but it sure is looking real it's kind of looking real suspicious over there, right? And people are saying this.
So the note wasn't signed by Will Smith. But then when he brought this up to them, they said that he was just making it up and they never investigated it. And then a couple of days later, he was fired, which arguably would be more of a wrongful termination case than sexual harassment. But the whole thing is just strange. If I enter my hotel room and there's a load of stuff in there, do you not go straight to the hotel and say what's going on with my room? Because if he's gone to Will Smith's management and starts throwing around Will Smith has been in my room when Will Smith hadn't been in his room, then I could understand why he would get fired. Now, the reason why they think the motive of this could have been Will Smith literally basically just comes down to this, where he says that Will Smith was spending more one-on-one time with him, and he once told him, "You and I have a special connection." And I think the full quote is one that I don't have with anybody else.
Now he's basically saying that the stuff that was left in there was from Will because him and Will was having personal conversations amongst each other. And Will was saying, I feel like I have a personal connection to you. I have a personal bond with you, right? This is what he's saying. Now, I don't know if he's telling the truth. But if this was true, then this could go under the line of maybe grooming, right? And what he's trying to say is basically Will was trying to groom him. Because when you look at this guy, I don't know. I could be wrong, but he looks like maybe he may be LGBTQ. Right? And if Will was LGBTQ, he saw that in him, and he was trying to find ways to get close to him where he can get inside him, I guess. Right? So based off of what this young man is alleging, what Brian is alleging, right? So he ends up getting fired because, you know, basically he's putting out allegations against Will, which the company is saying is not true. But a lot of people saying that Will may have been grooming him. So let's look up what this situation, what they would be calling grooming.
Grooming is when someone builds a relationship with a child or young person in order to gain their trust so they can essay, manipulate, or exploit them. There were a few people in my comment section having a little debate about what grooming was, so I thought I'd make a video about it. And it is important information to have because so many children are being groomed every single day. Grooming can happen in person or online. And children can be groomed by a stranger or someone they know. It could be a family member, a teacher, a pastor, a mentor, a coach, anybody. And groomers will use certain tactics such as giving them money, giving them gifts, special attention, flattery, taking them out in order to build their trust and to isolate them. And not only is a groomer grooming the child, they're also grooming their family and the community.
Now, Brian King Joseph, to get out in front of this, he came out and he did like a 1-minute video to, explain himself and to talk about these allegations. And there was much more to come because a lot of people are asking questions, right? And again, we don't know. All of this is alleged, but he came online and he said this.
Hey everybody, I just wanted to talk about something really important. Earlier this year, I was hired to be a performer on a major tour with somebody who is huge in the industry. So I was excited, proud of myself for getting the opportunity. Unfortunately, some things happened, and I can't get into the details of exactly what that was because it's already a legal issue right now. But the reason why I'm speaking out about this is because getting fired or getting blamed or shamed or threatened or anything like that simply for reporting sexual misconduct or safety threats at work is not okay. And I know that there's a lot of other people out there who have been afraid to speak up, and I understand. And if that's you, I see you. And that's pretty much it. More updates to come soon. Thanks for listening.
Now, I don't know if I believe this one. Whoever the powers that be that sent this guy to come bring Will down, because we can see a pattern that's going on here with a lot of these men in Hollywood, a lot of these men as part of the industry. The smoking gun is to accuse them of these type of acts, because even if you're found guilty in the court of public opinion, you'll always be guilty. Even if you're found innocent in the court of public opinion, you'll always be guilty. That's the way that they got it set up. So they know this, so they use these as tactics. But to me, I don't think that this guy, as of what's been presented right now, I don't believe that this guy has did a good enough job in presenting his claim that he was grooming him, or the fact that Will Smith actually said these things to him, period. Or those things was actually in the room, right? So he was terminated and let go. So now he's coming with more, but I don't know. I think that their strategy and tactics that they were using for this one failed miserably. I don't believe it, right? But now, you know, he was saying a lot of stuff for a long time, right? Y'all remember when he came and he put he came out, he did this video, and mind you, he was never sued by them. They never sued him for defamation. They never even commented on it. And he's went on all these shows. He's wrote a book. He said things about Charlie Mack, who I know personally. We from the same hood, Southwest Philly. He lived right up the hill. I don't know. I mean, you never know when it's somebody, but I've known this person for 40 years, right? I don't see it. When it comes to Charlie, I don't see it. Charlie is a real dude from the block for real, right? Now, that don't mean that Bilal was lying, but for me, I don't see it. Somebody. Now, when it comes to Will, I don't know. When it comes to Will, I don't know, right? But Charlie Mack and Jazzy Jeff is from my hood, right? But check this out.
Ada was the woman that everybody wanted, and Will needed that validation to have that type of woman.
You saw her say that Will Smith had a small dick?
Oh, I am saying to you, if a woman is used to something the size of a baby leg and you come in with a pinky toe, there's nothing you can do to please her. You can buy her 80 cars, you can get her 80 private jets. If she's itching for that baby leg, she want that baby leg. You can beat a person so much that they fall into submission. So, all right, I open the door to Dwayne's dressing room, and that's when I see Dwayne and having anal sex with Will.
Let me process that for a second.
There was a couch, and Will was bent over on the couch, and Dwayne was standing up, killing him. Murder, like murder. There was murder in there.
Okay. What did you do?
So for me, what I see is now when they see that Will's on the ropes and he's bobbing and weaving, he's taking a lot of punches from the industry. A lot of people smell blood in the water. And they can come out with accusations now and accuse him of things, and knowing that he doesn't want to lose any more brand deals. He doesn't want any more damage to his reputation because he's trying to come back. He'll settle out of court. He'll settle out and make this stuff go away so they can get a quick lick from a person like Will. A couple $1 million here. So Bilal is now suing him for $3 million, right? I don't know if this guy's going to sue, right? But Bilal has put out stuff like Will. He said things like Will fractured Jada's face. He fractured her face, and he couldn't take her to the hospital because it would have went into the tabloids. So they brought a doctor in, right? He said this. He's talked about their illicit substance abuse use, right? He said in a video that he saw when they were doing grown-up movies, and he mentioned Tyrese was in there just destroying Jada's cheeks while Will was watching, right? We seen a situation with August Alsina. August Alsina came out and said that he dismantled her cheeks, right? Will sitting there at the table crying, right? She said she was caught in an entanglement. You see how the kids, like, it's just a whole Hollywood cesspool. And all these things that Bilal was bringing out, the situation with Bashir Gray, right? They said Bashir Gray is alleging that, this is his words, alleging that P. Diddy did some things. He's allegedly that Will did some things. And then they even brought Charlie into it. It's kind of like for me, that's hard for me to believe when it comes to Charlie, but I could be wrong, right? This is somebody that I know, somebody I'm cool with, right? This thing is crazy. It gets real goofy. It gets real crazy. But where there's smoke, there's fire, right? Bilal is somebody that come from the town as well. He come from the town, been around Will for many years, right? Bilal, Will, Jazzy Jeff, Jazzy Jeff ain't part of that Hollywood scene like that. He ain't rocking with that. That's what I'm saying for me, because if Jazzy ain't rocking with that, I know Charlie be out there. They all from the same hood. I don't know, man. This thing. But when it comes to Hollywood, that pressure and money, ain't no telling what people will be willing to do. But I just don't see it when it comes to Charlie. But I could be wrong. But I don't think that I'm wrong. I don't know if I believe everything that Bilal was saying, because Bilal looks very shaky to me as well. To me, in my opinion, Bilal looks like a disgruntled boyfriend that's mad, that's now spilling all the tea, and he's just embellishing some stuff too to make his story sound good, right? But y'all gotta let me know what y'all think, man. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button, subscribe to Street Media TV, leave your comments in the comment section. Remember, I love y'all. Till the next time, peace.